DJI's NEO series has quickly become one of the most interesting sub-250-gram drone lines for beginners and creators. The DJI NEO 2 already looks like a major step up from the original NEO, but the next question is whether the rumored DJI NEO 3 will push the concept even further or simply refine the same formula. Based on current official NEO 2 specs and the latest rumor coverage, the answer is probably a mix of both. NEO 3 is expected to improve camera quality, battery life, tracking, and safety, but the exact package remains unverified. And today's video is sponsored by no one. If you want to book this spot, just mail us. This is the biggest area where a NEO 3 upgrade would matter. DJI NEO 2 uses a 12-megapixel, 1/2-inch CMOS sensor with an f2.2 lens, 4K 60 frames per second video, and 4K 100 frames per second slow motion when used with compatible controls. That already puts it well ahead of the original NEO, which tops out at 4K/30 frames per second and a slower f2.8 lens. For a drone in this class, the NEO 2 camera is already unusually capable. Rumored NEO 3 specs suggest DJI may continue along the same path with better image processing, stronger low-light performance, and possibly another bump in video quality. Some leak coverage has floated higher frame rates or a further camera refinement, but none of that is confirmed by DJI. If DJI follows its usual playbook, the NEO 3 camera will probably focus more on cleaner footage and better stabilization than on a dramatic sensor size jump. NEO 2's 2-axis mechanical gimbal is one of its most important upgrades over the original NEO's 1-axis system. It improves horizontal and vertical stability, making footage look more polished and less dependent on digital correction. DJI also combines this with electronic stabilization and intelligent shooting modes, which helps the drone feel much more creator-friendly. For NEO 3, the rumor mill suggests DJI may refine stabilization again, though there is no confirmed evidence that it will move to a full 3-axis gimbal. The more realistic expectation is improved gimbal tuning, stronger electronic correction, and better handling in wind rather than a complete stabilization overhaul. If DJI can reduce the remaining shake without adding much weight, that would be a meaningful upgrade for vloggers and social creators. The DJI NEO 2 keeps the compact, beginner-friendly philosophy of the original NEO while adding more hardware in a slightly heavier body. Official comparisons list NEO 2 at 151 grams or 160 grams with the digital transceiver versus 135 grams for the NEO. That extra weight buys you more safety sensors, a 2-axis gimbal, and a stronger feature set. But it also hints at the trade-off DJI has made. More capability, slightly less minimalism. Rumors about the DJI NEO 3 suggest DJI could try to recover some of that simplicity while keeping the NEO 2's smarter flight architecture. Leak videos point to a compact, prop-guarded design still aimed at casual flying and palm launches, rather than a more aggressive FPV shape. If those leaks are accurate, NEO 3 may be less about a radical redesign and more about slimming down the NEO 2 formula without losing the premium feel. Safety is where NEO 2 clearly separates itself from the original NEO. NEO 2 adds omnidirectional obstacle sensing and forward-facing LiDAR, while the original NEO relies on simpler sensing and does not offer the same level of obstacle avoidance. That makes NEO 2 a much better choice for new pilots, indoor use, and close proximity follow shots. Rumors around NEO 3 suggest DJI could push safety even further, possibly improving obstacle detection reliability, low-light sensing, and subject tracking confidence. If the leaks are directionally correct, DJI seems to be aiming for a drone that is even easier to fly hands-free and even safer for automatic follow mode. The important point is that NEO 3 is unlikely to be a spec bump only. Safety is probably one of its main selling points. Tracking and smart features NEO 2 already offers a much more advanced tracking toolkit than the original NEO. Official comparison material shows active track support, improved tracking speed up to 12 meters per second, and extra intelligent modes such as selfie shot, dolly zoom, and master shots. It also adds gesture control and return to palm, which make it feel more like a tiny autonomous camera than a traditional drone. Neo 3 rumors suggest DJI may refine that follow me experience again with smarter AI tracking and better responsiveness. Several leak videos describe a prototype that still looks focused on casual creators, solo vloggers, and palm launch convenience rather than racing or hardcore FPV. If DJI delivers stronger subject tracking and better automation, Neo 3 could become the most user-friendly Neo yet. Neo 2 offers a modest but welcome bump in flight time to 19 minutes compared with 18 minutes on the original Neo. That may sound small, but in a compact drone, this matters because every extra minute helps when you are capturing multiple takes or testing auto modes. DJI also improved wind resistance to 10.7 meters per second, which gives Neo 2 a more confident feel outdoors. The Neo 3 rumor set repeatedly points to better battery life as one of the most likely improvements. That is believable because battery endurance is one of the first complaints people raise with tiny drones, and it would make Neo 3 more competitive against other ultra-portable camera drones. Still, until DJI confirms anything, Neo 3 battery claims should be treated as speculative. Neo 2 doubles onboard storage to 49 gigabytes, up from 22 gigabytes on the original Neo. That matters because neither drone supports external storage, so internal capacity directly affects how much 4K footage you can capture on a long outing. Neo 2 also improves wireless range and transmission behavior, especially when paired with the digital transceiver. Neo 3 rumor coverage suggests DJI may continue improving transmission stability, especially for creator use and possible FPV compatibility. Some sources hint at backward compatibility with Neo 2 batteries, which would be a welcome practical touch if true. For buyers, this is one of the clearest potential upgrade areas, because reliable connection quality can matter more than headline video specs. If you want the most grounded buying advice, the Neo 2 is already the safer, more complete, and better documented product. It has the known camera improvements, stronger tracking, better sensing, better storage, and broader control options including gesture control and return to palm. For most creators, that is already enough to justify choosing Neo 2 over waiting for a rumor. Neo 3 is only worth waiting for if you are specifically chasing the next round of improvements in battery, camera smoothness, and smart autonomy. The leaked story suggests DJI could make the Neo line even more beginner-friendly while pushing closer to a true, pocket-sized auto-shooting drone. But because Neo 3 is still unconfirmed, the smart editorial angle is to describe it as a future possibility, not a finished product.